Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the home of original sports perspective. From our couch to yours, this is your Couch Rider Raven saying, hey, thanks for coming through. I appreciate you. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. Hey, I put them back up, but I don't feel like talking too much about it today. But yeah, I mean, if that's what y'all want to talk about, we can get into it. It's whatever. I don't really care, whatever. I just know that when I started this company, when I started this brand, it was because we were sitting next to the water cooler and everybody was on ESPN talking about Ocho Cinco, Peyton Manning, and that was the talk of the time of where they were going, or it was Favre watch, whether he was going to retire, or whatever. It was just like this constant, huge headline, right? And it was like a massive headache for people who wanted to know about their team, people who wanted to know about other things going on with their team besides the one person being the big headache or causing the big headline. And that's why I called this the home of original sports perspective from our couch to yours. So it gets sometimes it gets a little tough, I mean, it's our guy. I'm excited about our guy being talked about a lot, but sometimes, when you're battling on Twitter and then you're looking at the TV constantly and seeing people have their takes, it gets exhausting. I'm going to be straight with you. It's a lot of fun, though. I do enjoy talking sports. And I'll talk this if that's what y'all want to talk. But y'all saw the title, like, what is going on with the Baltimore Ravens in their receiver room? Because we were made promises. We were made promises that there would be changes this year. We were told, the press conference. I don't think Eric DeCosta lied to us. At least I hope he didn't. I know there's a Liars luncheon coming up next week, but I don't think he lied to us. But I'll get into that in just a second. I want to say, what's up to the people in the room? Say thanks for coming through. It's just a stream bot, and I don't see anybody else. That's okay. At the moment, we'll keep this party going anyway. I just want to say I appreciate every one of y'all. If you're coming in late, or if you're looking at the videos a little bit later, I just want to say I appreciate you. All right, let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. We got somebody. Elix Ciceron. Yo, he says. Yo, back at you, man. Back at you. So let's see here. First, I want to say shout out to you. Like I said, I don't know where y'all at out in the world, but you got things going on in your life. Me too. So appreciate you, coming back and taking a look. And shout out to you. We're sitting here at 1,178 subs. 81. We actually got a few subs the other day. So that lets me know either y'all sharing it, something's happening to where 4 other people said, hey, I'm it. So let's get these folks in the room. And if you're on Facebook or if you're on Twitter, just go ahead and follow the link, jump into the actual StreamYard, or jump into the actual YouTube so that we can talk it up there and I can know who's actually here, and that way you can comment and chat with us. So let's see here. Got 2 comments, pay some bills. He said, I just want to say thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you. Mondigo is in the building. What's good? He said, did they lie or they just not tell the truth? Body, blue, raised arms. What you talking about? Did I put the wrong picture in there? I probably did. Okay. So maybe I didn't. Body Blu-rays. Now, what you talking about, Dingo? I should tell. What's good? What's good? All right, so let's before we get in here, I've already said thank you. I appreciate you for the subs. Let's keep the party going. If y'all want to support the channel, I got the Cash App. It's going to be up in the top left hand corner. Any of those funds, they can just go to my son and his business or his Pokemon habit. The boy got an addiction. And then, of course, if you want to, you do the super chat. I think there is a super chat link being ran by my bot that's in the room. Apparently, I got a bot in the room now, and they handle that for me. So you can do any of those super chats, and it'll pop up here on the screen. So there's a lot of comments going on. If you want yours read immediately, pop in that super chat, throw a couple bucks, and it'll happen for you. But let's keep things going. You say you saw that was the emoji. What was the emoji? You got to tell me about. Hold up, man. What did I miss? I've been over here studying tape for the last couple hours. All right. Anyway, but I'll get into it in just a second here. Let's talk about the motivational moment. Today's motivational moment. I put it on my Twitter, so if you were actually on my Twitter, you saw what I put up there. And this could mean whatever you want it to mean, but I know what it means to me, and I know what I want it to mean concerning this situation. So, too many people, they overvalue what they're not, and they undervalue what they are. I'll read that one more time. Too many people overvalue what they are not, and undervalue what they are. So some of y'all might take it as a full-on passive diss towards Lamar Jackson. Some of you might think about it as a way of saying, "Hey, be thankful." I'm going with the be thankful, and the reason I say that is because we can look at all these things, all these glittery, shiny things that we think that we're owed in life. We think we're owed reparations. We think that we're owed, this nice shiny car. We think we're owed this promotion. But sometimes you forget where you came from, and you forget the things that you are thankful for that you have in your life currently. Count your blessings. Count your many blessings. Count them one by one. I forget sometimes, like, I wanted that nice promotion that I just got, and I thought for sure I was worthy of it last year. But then I recognized when certain things were taken out of my life, when I had to go on that deployment, I was taken away from my family where I was a pretty decent father. I was taken away from my wife where I'm an okay husband. I do all right. I was taken away from my church where my bishop valued me as a decent second counselor. I was taken away from my church family who loved hearing from me each and every Sunday. I was taken away from my friends who wanted to see me here on game night. I was taken away from the homies on the Xbox who liked to game with me. I still ain't got back to them. I'm gonna get back on that. I was taken away from the studio. I was taken away from this channel where I was trucking. We were doing our thing. Cameron and I were having and building a culture around here where people were coming consistently, and I got to build that back. But at the same time, I still think there are things that I want out there, but there are also people that are here tonight. There are people in the room right here tonight that I should value what I have, and not necessarily what I want or what I think I deserve. Stay at home and recognize the blessings that you got, because you do have a lot of them. That is today's motivational moment. All right, let's keep it going. I left this up here because I know y'all want to talk about it at nauseum. I know you want to talk about it. What are your opinions on today and Lamar Jackson? Let's read. Let's see who's here. Folks, gonna pay some bills for a second. It says, good evening, everyone. All right. Thank you, Nano. Good evening to you as well. Robert says, Devin Duvernay is safe right now, right? At least I hope. They don't trade package him for somebody else or someone else. He's one of those guys who stays quiet on his Twitter. He's just one of those guys who goes to work. And I think John Harbaugh likes the hard hat guy. I like Eric DeCosta because he likes the hard hat guy too. Just one of those guys who don't talk stuff, just goes to work and gets the job done. A lot of people were talking, and even me, especially me, a lot about James Prochet and Tylan Wallace last season. We were so pumped up and wanted to see what they had in the offseason. And every day, Jeff Zrebiec would come out and say, James Prochet won today. James Prochet did this. James Prochet did that. And what we didn't realize was Devin Duvernay was still making plays every day as well. and he was making some impressive catches. And Lamar and him were syncing up as well. And that continued. It translated into the season. Devin was doing great. Devin made a Pro Bowl, but he made it as a kick returner. But the dude looked good, looked really good in our regular season. And that's why when it comes to wide receivers that we wouldn't mind seeing go to other places or get cut to save money. I mean, sorry to say it, but hey, you know what? I know Harbaugh says he says his name in the press conference and has good things to say about him as far as liking his receiver room. But honestly, if James Prochet left, there wouldn't be too many people crying about it. If Tyler Wallace left, I don't think too many people would be crying about it if we brought in OBJ. If they revamp this room, which is what they promised, because John Harbaugh said he looked at 40 different wide receivers, and he also said in the presser when he wasn't talking about Lamar Jackson because he was shocked, he said, man, we're not even close to being done yet. That's what I like to hear. I like to hear the fact that they are really interested in bringing in something else, in another wide receiver. So let's see here. Big Reg, what's good? What's good, man? Let's see here. Nana said, less ST. I'm not sure what that is. Nana says, Couch Rider, thanks for your inspirational. Okay, yeah, no problem. Like I said, y'all just being thankful for what we got is so great. When you're able to see that in your life. I say, what you do is just take a 360 around the room that you're in. Because I've done that a few times. I can't do that right now because laundry's due. But I take a 360 around with whatever room I'm in, and I know that there's a blessing somewhere in that room. And usually it's my daughter Kira hanging around, or my son, or my daughter, my oldest daughter Lila, or maybe I'm in a room with my cars, my motorcycle and like my 2 cars that I'm just grateful for, or I'm hanging out in my garage with my riding lawnmower that I never thought I'd get, things like that. I'm just like, oh, well, that's cool. I appreciate that, and I'm grateful for those things, even though they might be covered under some stuff that may be junky or something, but I got those things, so I'm grateful for the small things in life. All right. Let's see. Live a Big Rage. Actually, I'd rather talk about the draft. I'm with you, and I'm going to do that tonight. We got a couple of wide receivers I wanted to go into because of the fact that John Harbaugh said that he looked at 40. And I'm like, you looked at 40? Who'd you look at? Because I want to see what you look at. So I went and studied some tape myself, and it was just like, all right, cool. I'm going to look at a couple. I ain't got time to look at 40, but I will look at maybe 3 or 4, and we'll get into that in just a second. Let's keep paying these bills. It says, hit the like button. Yes, Nana, tell them. Please tell them I appreciate you. Y'all, we got 7 people in the room. Let me get 7 likes, please. All right. Lemon Big Red says, more like James Prochet didn't do. You just love this. You love them shots, don't you? You do. You do. I love you. Nana says they can get rid of Jason Oway's package him up somehow. Now, I say give him another shot. I think of the fact that he had a guy sitting on above him that was getting a lot of action. They got 11 sacks. In Houston, I think Houston, he definitely got his shine on, and Oway had to make some sacrifices and be part of the team to help Houston get those sacks. I think if he was sitting in that role and Houston was not, I think Oway would be there. He's a speed demon, and he can actually make those moves to get to the quarterback. And when given opportunities to pass rush, I think he's going to do well. So, just keep your eyes out on Oway. Don't. The jury's not out on him yet. Let's just go ahead and say this guy can still get it. Pause. Next, let me go move over here. Take this banner down for a second. Big Red says, nah, they got to let Oway cook like Prochet. Let Oway cook. Prochet, I don't know if we're looking at a situation like we had with, I don't remember, Chris Moore. Remember Chris Moore? I was hyped about Chris Moore in college because Chris, took Ohio State to the ringer. This dude dang near I think he put up 3 touchdowns in one game off of like just a couple catches and was burning the Eli Apple in college. And I was so pumped up for him to come to the Ravens because I'm like, hey, they're going to use this talent. It's going to be great. He's pairing well with Lamar, making one-handed catches, even though the catches were behind him and stuff. Going to see this guy flourish. Shows up in camp most years. and was not anything after until he got to the Texans, and then he started actually having 100-yard games, which was crazy, right? So let you know, like, those wide receivers are actually decent that the Ravens are picking up. It's just how they are utilized. And that might be a shot at Greg. I don't know. Whatever. Next. All right. It says now they got to work like cook like Prochet. Big Reg, yes. And now she loves you. All right. So here we go. We did our motivational moment. We talked about Lamar Jackson ad nauseum, to just top it off. He needs to just take a look around. See the city of Baltimore. See the people that love him. The city that gave him a chance when 30 or 31 other teams didn't, and other teams still aren't giving him that look. They've had some pretty hateful things to say. He needs to look and say, hey, you know what? This is my kingdom right here. This is an opportunity to be great. Let's just get a deal done. Hop in the room and be willing to compromise, to negotiate, to get something done so he can get Odell Beckham in the house, so he can get those other wide receivers that that he needs, so they can build this offense and make it powerful and build it around him and what he does. Make it great. That's all I'm going to say on the whole Lamar deal. Like I said, Harv's looked at 40 wide receivers. 40 wide receivers and said, we're not done yet. And then Josina Anderson said today on Twitter that the Ravens are doing a good job in negotiations right now with Odell Beckham. So, I mean, that looks promising. There's an owners convention, going on right now. But, actually that gives Odell his fair choice of who he wants to go talk to. Because I imagine if he's looking for another team to go negotiate with, they're not far away because of those owners all meeting in one spot. But, he mentioned that he's meeting with the Ravens. So I'm hoping that's with intent to get to a number that they can agree upon and sign. Let's focus our energy on that. Let Lamar do whatever he want to do over there. Let him throw his tantrum. Let him do what he needs to do about getting the number, the guaranteed, all this stuff. And I know people out there, y'all got a lot of different perspectives out there. Blame the organization. Fire the GM. Fire the coach. Fire the water boy. Fire everybody and their mom. You know what? All this. And you got other people on the other side like, no, it's not their fault. And, protect the institution, this, that. Look, I just don't care. Whatever. I really don't. All right. So moving on to the wide receivers. Let's go with, I'm going to the back of the bus first. I mean, like legit, these guys, I mean, they probably got signs right now. We'll play wide receiver for food because I don't think their future is going to be too bright in the NFL. But I had to go take the look to see if they had some type of promise that they were going to be like a 5th, 6th round guys. And I know we don't like our 5th, 6th round guys because what do we do with them? They don't really get those opportunities, just like we said with Joe, with Prochet and Wallace. Wallace hasn't really got those opportunities. And what happens by that 3rd year, we're kind of fed up because we're like, hey, they're just taking a spot on the roster. They hadn't produced. And then when they really didn't get their opportunity. Yeah, I remember that with Demetrius Williams, called him Spider-Man. One of those guys, you wanted to see him get more reps, but you had the older vets sitting in front of him, guys like TJ Houshmandzadeh, Derek Mason, things like that. And he never really got that shot to shine. When you're like, hey, this guy's Spider-Man, he's making these monster catches. Give him more of the reps and see what he does. Didn't happen. Anyway, first guy I want to talk about, this guy is from, he played in Oklahoma and in Arkansas, but he didn't play in Arkansas until his final season. He was a former 5-star recruit. He had a total of 10 touchdowns in college and 3 of them in 2022. This guy's 6'3", 202 pounds. He's tough. He is tough. He can take a hit. His name is Jaden Hazelwood. He's big, but he's shifty. He's extremely shifty. He looks for contact. I'm like, after the play, I don't know if y'all remember the Seattle running back who, like, instead of running out of bounds, he always looking for somebody to check with his shoulder. This is what this guy looked like he was doing on most of his plays. Like I said, tough, can take a hit. He comes back to the ball. He sees the quarterback in trouble, and he's trying to find that open space, looking to hit somebody, looking for that contact, and he capitalized on screen passes. So it was a lot of times where he capitalized on screen passes, looked like a little bit of Demaryius Thomas back in the day. But like I said, it was 6'3", 202 pounds. It's a decent build going into the NFL. And, we could look at a guy on screen passes that could open some things up in Baltimore because, we don't do screen passes. But I mean, we're looking at a guy that he's decent. As far as climbing the ladder, I really didn't see much of that. So I'd like to see a little bit more of him climbing the ladder and also seeing how he gets off the line. That's Jaden Hasselwood. Let's see what your comments are, and we'll keep rolling. All right. The Greg says, yeah, and everybody still burn Eli applesauce. Adi says, if they bring in a wide receiver that is a tier above Nelson, do they not go wide receiver in the first round? That is let's just say they bring in Odell Beckham. I think, that's what the Ravens do. They bring in that one opportunity to say, hey, you know what, we can go with BPA, best player available in the draft. And so they pick up Odell Beckham. You can guarantee that they're going best player available, what's there at that time. So if Zay Flowers is on the board and Cam Smith on the board, it's a toss-up. We don't know which one is going to go at 22. Personally, I mean, if I got to pull the trigger, if I'm Eric DeCosta, I'm sick of people messing with me about what I did in the first round or didn't do in the first round. I'm going Zay. He's already got the Steve Smith endorsement. I'm thinking I'm going Zay in the first round, regardless if I pick up Odell Beckham Jr. Why not add more firepower to the offense? We've had so many situations, and people, even Big Reg is saying, hey, look, we really need to invest more into the offense. He was saying, buying the star power, but I'm like, hey, you can get that top type of pick who's going to have that star power elite production right there in the first round because we picked up Odell Beckham Jr. Why not? All right, Big Reg says, I saw a guy on Twitter say the Ravens can't get a ring with Tyler Huntley. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking ring, yeah, but if we're talking about win some games, Tyler Huntley can win some games and give us some hope. Like I said, he was one mistake away from beating the Cincinnati Bengals. And if he is one mistake away from beating the Cincinnati Bengals, can you imagine if Lamar, would have took that 90%, or actually it wasn't at 90%. He was saying he was well off. Huntley could have probably came in and played the next game and did okay. I think Baltimore they looked like they had a really solid defense last year. J.K. Dobbins was just now getting his stride back. He was getting into his groove. He was stellar. And what happens? Things happen the way they happen. I don't even want to go back through it. It's a little emotional. I don't want to catch no PTSD going on. So Nana says, what? And I'm not sure to what. Nice. Tyler Huntley. Okay, you got jokes. And Adit says, I wouldn't be surprised if their connection between Lamar publicly tweeting about his trade request and the Ravens continuing discussions with OBJ. So they think this is all I'll read that one more time. Wouldn't be surprised if their connection between Lamar publicly tweeting about his trade request and the Ravens continuing discussions with OBJ. How are they connected? What do you mean by that? I mean, I feel like it's a smokescreen because right now, while the rest of the world is focused on dissing Lamar Jackson, they're not negotiating with Odell Beckham. And Odell Beckham's like, yeah, look at me. I'm here. I want a job. Start talking about Lamar. Give me some money. I'm ready to play. I'm doing one-handed catches. I'll use both hands. I promise. Lisa has a question. She says, Jermaine, how will Justin Madubuike do since CC went to Atlanta? Well, the thing is Madubuike was mentored by CC, and there were many games that CC wasn't there to do his thing, and Madubuike stepped up big. And I know, the thing about defensive tackles is they don't catch the glory. There's not going to be times when you're going to have a defensive tackle that's going to have 5+ sacks a season, but they do take on double teams. And they have to get physical down there in the trenches and things you don't necessarily see, and they have great performance. Remember how Haley Nada, I say in his first couple of years, wasn't recognized for the dog that he was for the rest of the team, and what his contributions to the team for Ray Lewis, lining up being that power pick so Ray can go hit that hole and smack somebody in the mouth. Defensive tackle is an unselfish type of job, and Madubuike played that job. He did that job very, very well. And I think he's going to fill in just fine because he's already done it because, Calais Campbell wasn't healthy every single game. And there was more reps going to Madubuike and more mentorship, more leadership going towards him. So now that he's in the driver's seat, you're going to see this guy, either you're going to see him take off or you won't see him take off, but you're going to see other guys thrive around him because of the fact that he is that unselfish type player. So thanks for the question, Lisa. Next. All right, so here we go. It says, yeah, if the Ravens sign Odell to trade for D Hop, I'll be happy with a cornerback first round. You know how Eric DeCosta is. He likes his picks. He treats them like lottery tickets. Right now, he's only got 5. He's only got 5, so I think he's going to put every bit of concentration into this Odell Beckham deal versus trying to trade for Nuke, because right now the compensation is all over the place. So the Cardinals wanted second round compensation for Nuke, and instead of getting that second round compensation, they're looking at third, fifth, maybe multiple picks or something like that, but they're not going to get that second round compensation that they wanted for Nuke. So, Baltimore wants him, but they want him at the right price. But I just don't think they want to pay any type of picks this year for Nuke. I could see them giving up a third next year, maybe a third and even a sixth next year. But I don't see anything happening with those picks this year because I know that they want to hold on to as many as they can. And I know it's the wrong philosophy for Big Reg. He wants the big time players in Baltimore, but this guy is only going to budge so much on his philosophy. He's already got to budge on how much he's going to come out of pocket with voided contracts and restructuring and all these different things. He's got to change his philosophy, which he's slowly doing. Y'all just give this man time. Eric DeCosta is learning the game of how this little credit card works. And you want to make sure he doesn't put the future in trouble with the negotiation of contracts. So just give Eric DeCosta time. Give the front office time. They're going to get it together. All right. So Live with Big Red says, yeah, if the Ravens sign, okay, thank you. We already went through that. I appreciate it. All right, so next thing we're talking about is another receiver. I didn't get the height on this guy. Damn. I gotta look up the height on this guy, but he scored 14 touchdowns in college, and I was like, all right, let's do it straight. That's what I was like. We were way in the back. So you're sorry, y'all. I usually come a little bit better prepared than this, but I'm going into this anyway. So some guys that, of course, you know about. You got your Parker Washington, your Marvin Mims Jr. out of Oklahoma. Guys like that, we already know about. Raheem Jarrett, that nice 40 time. The guy's blazing fast. A.T. Perry, you guys have mentioned that a few times. I was pretty excited to hear those names, but I wanted to go even further back. Like I said, I wanted to go with the guys that were just probably working at Albertsons right now, in between jobs, trying to make sure that they're ready for the draft when they get that name called. All right, Jalen Wayne, South Alabama. This guy is 6'2", 207 pounds. 6'2", 207 pounds. I saw a guy who could really, really climb the ladder. I just kept seeing it over and over and over again, making those aggressive contested catches. He actually can create that separation. He looks the ball in. Some people just like they got it and they run it before they even see the ball completely in. He makes sure he looks that ball all the way in. He didn't get hot until the senior year. He had 14 touchdowns total, 1,979 yards in college, not in the same year. He sells the routes well. He really does sell his routes well. They said it, but he has a lot of double catches on tape, and the problems with him is he's actually a little bit of a burst off the line. But what do you expect? I mean, he's 6'3". You're not going to get the big burst type situation. You can't have both. You can have this giant, or you can have these little guys running around just like little spark plugs just going off all crazy all over the place. So Jalen Wayne was one of those guys like, all right, if Baltimore's looking for that X wide receiver on the outside, somebody who can just, take one of those Jameis Winston type balls where you just like, oh, screw it, and toss it up and catch one, bring it down. Good to go. This is that type of guy. It's not a friendly giant. This is one of those guys who can climb that ladder and go get it. Oh, I look down and look, what do I see? I see a legend staring at me. Ladies and gentlemen, Cameron. What's good, man? My man is Jared over here. He's rocking out.
My bad. Hey, we got a lot going on, brother. We got a lot going on.
You got a lot going on? All right.
I got a new single from myself coming out next week. Then there's a group single as well 3 days after that. So the 4th and the 7th, I'm putting it all on my story. And also I'm on a single by this lady. Her name is D'Angela. She's an amazing singer. And her single just dropped like last week. I think I posted it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna repost that. But if y'all not following me, I'm gonna put it up here. I know you was getting into it.
Let me take this comment down, or this banner down, so you can see how to follow Cam Rue.
You want me to put it as my tag?
Yeah, I don't know where our tags went.
That's cool. I put it in. I'll tag it right here.
Okay.
Also, we're gonna have a few interviews real soon, especially when we done before you go to sleep, brother. We're gonna talk.
All right.
Figure out when I can interview you and have some fun. I want to please make sure y'all tune in to chop it up with Cam Rue. I just did one with my pops when I went away. Let me tell you that. I loved it. So where everything started as far as the martial arts and everything is concerned.
Yeah, I think I did see that episode. So that was pretty cool. You showing your way all the way around the shop and all the trophies. And,
yes, sir.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, appreciate it. Just came from class, so I know Brooke is probably talking mess on me and Big Red.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't even know where Brooke is. If y'all see Brooke, drag her to the show until they bring her clock.
What up, D?
All right, let's go back. So people talking about a lot of wide receiver stuff here. I missed a lot. I did watch some Dante Demas tape. It says Dante Demas Jr. is 6'4", big play wide receiver. It was a former 5-star recruit, available in the 3rd round with a 40 time of 4.57. But I think that just, as I watched the tape, I was kind of like, all right, straight line runner. Can win some jump balls. I still want to see some more polished route running, but he's like, say, he's 6'4", and I just said that a couple minutes ago. You can have that little sprite that's like pinging around like crazy, or had this big bully up on the outside. Like most time, you're not going to get both. So, Dante would be a fun addition. We'd like to see what he has to offer in camp. If he could go ahead and explode. So I wouldn't mind seeing the Baltimore Ravens pick him up a little later. Yeah, so 3rd round, maybe a good pick. Big Reg, what you got to say here? It says hopefully Pat Queen 5th and a 3rd will be enough for Nuke. He wants to go after Nuke still. And like I said, I just think that guy Eric DeCosta likes them picks, and he don't have many right now, so he's probably a little hurt, and I don't think he want to give up no more.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa says, I'm sorry, I just don't want LBJ's drama affecting the Ravens. Like I said, as long as you give him private planes, private flights, keep him away from TSA, because they obviously he get a little, ready to turn up all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Just gets mad. Like, So we keep him away from.
Everybody said they Cleveland, all the Cleveland players, especially who really spoke out for him. Garrett, he said that it wasn't him, it was Baker. Like they said he was a good teammate. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think there may have been some issues with Baker. Baker, we already know is a full-on drama queen. We see it. He's an actor. I mean, the guy is a full-on actor. Honestly, I would watch a television show with Baker Mayfield in it. But do I want him leading my football team?
Yeah,
no.
That's true.
Sorry. Let's see here. Giving quality for life. I think you might be new here. I appreciate you coming through. Like I said, for those of y'all that are new, please hit the like button, because that's going to help my algorithm out. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you're fully committed, because if you're fully committed, you're hitting that bell. So that way, if I decide to do a random show at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you get the ping to your phone, a notification, let you know that we just went live for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I try to keep it consistent. We go on Monday nights and Wednesday nights at 8:45 Central. So if y'all know when that time is, you don't necessarily have to hit the bell, but I say please hit the bell anyway. That way, hey, get that reminder. Come on, hop in the room. So yeah, thanks, Jeff. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, smack that bell so you know what's going down. Welcome to the show, Given. He says OBJ don't have drama. He don't have drama. What do you say about that?
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like I think you reaching for that soda. I thought I passed this already. I gave the man time and everything. Yeah, I'm trying to get him off the soda, y'all. Y'all gotta understand. I'm trying to really get him off the soda.
It's my morale drink, bro.
I'm trying to get him off the soda. Get warm outside, so he acted up. Yeah, that's why, like, from what I hear, man, I heard that he's not really that type of dude. It's just his celebrity is so big.
Yeah.
I think it overpowers, and I honestly think the media makes it look worse than what it is. Like they tend to paint a bad picture on him. Like especially going back because they listen in when he was back in Jersey when he was at the Giants.
Okay.
They used to make it seem like he was just trash bagging Eli and all of this and that. The truth is this: like Eli has never been that good, bro. Let's just keep it a real buck right here. Like Eli is not Peyton. He's a decent quarterback.
Yeah.
That made because he won 2 Super Bowl championships and won 2 MVPs.
Against the GOAT.
He's gonna go to the Hall of Fame. Off of
wow. They both going.
Huh?
They both going. I think Peyton might go before Eli.
Oh yeah. 100%. But it's just the fact that because of that, he may get that vote in. I mean, he has a few Pro Bowls. I think you honestly have to have 4 Pro Bowls to actually be considered for the Hall of Fame.
I feel like them 2 rings will put you in conversation. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks around here that are great quarterbacks that probably won't ever get 2 rings.
That's what I'm saying. Like the 2 rings put them in conversation, but you ain't going to take. We can go ahead and talk football. Like, yeah. You ain't going to take. You going to take him or you going to take Dan Marino? We're gonna go like we go way back and pull anybody card. And who you take? You see,
I mean, like nowadays, now that his career is over, I mean, you know, are we putting Philip Rivers on the same level as Dan Marino?
We might have to at least Dan made it to the dance once. Philip never made it to the dance at all. But if you think statistically, Philip surpassed Eli Manning by far.
I just love Philip's personality. That dude he had like the craziest trash talking person. If you on your sideline trash talking the quarterback that's in the game, you make me laugh. He just have any country is all get out too, man. Bolo ties to the pressers and I love that guy. He's awesome.
He is fun. But it's just like I'm working, bro, while we talking. I'm sorry.
I feel you. They still talking OBJ over here, so he said he really doesn't have drama. So that was Big Reg agreeing with giving quality.
Look, he must not have too much drama because guess who met with him? We did.
Yeah. We did. Like so, I'm good with it. Hey, I'm good with it. Bring Odell to the house. Like I said, as long as you use both hands when you're catching, I'm fine.
Yeah. Look here.
Delicious is finally in the building. Y'all showing up late, but you're here. But appreciate it.
And you think about this for a second.
Yeah.
The numbers he put up, and he hasn't had a good quarterback. Like the numbers he's put up, he's actually made Eli look better than what Eli is. Like Eli's been blessed. Think about this. He as far as the situation, I won't get too far off a topic, but when he came in, he had Plexico Barris and he had Amani Toomer.
Okay.
Right. And I used to joke all my boys about. I said, "Yo, Eli would throw the ball up to Jesus, and it'll come down, and anybody's going to catch it, and it's going to be. For some reason, it just Plexico ain't even run a route. It's just right there in his hand.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that's how he's been. And then he was with Victor Cruz, and he had I forgot my man's name.
Yeah, Jake Ballard over there as a tight end.
Yeah, he had some good pieces, and then you had Victor Cruz for a minute with OBJ.
Yeah.
So you had some quality receivers.
Mario Manningham, all that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They all were Pro Bowl receivers that I'm talking about. So it's not like one that wasn't a Pro Bowl receiver.
Yeah, I mean they had a really good defense. They had some great defensive ends.
I'm just saying, just as far as like who he had to throw the ball to, make him look good. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasn't like. I don't recall him being super accurate. I just recall, especially the deep ball. The deep ball, I swear he threw it all the way up to God and it came back down. So.
Yeah, that Joe Flaccoism back in Joe's early career.
Yeah, exactly. So but I don't think he don't got no true drama.
All right, Lisa says John said he doesn't want OBJ here. Now the thing is about John right now is. While this is going on, you ain't heard John say not one bad thing about OBJ.
Not one bad thing.
Yeah, now you know John is political. I feel like John is one of them guys. If he quit coaching, he could go into office pretty quick because he can maneuver and he prepares for them press conferences the right way. Even when they get thrown curveballs, this guy handles it with maturity and is able to handle things the right way. Now, when it comes to Odell, he's looking at the pros versus the cons in this situation, and he knows that He said they said they wanted to revamp the receiver room. We're looking for star talent. And he knows the relationship between one of his top wide receivers and Odell Beckham. So there's already that relationship there. And then of course he knows that hey, if he pulls Odell Beckham, maybe Lamar is like, huh? Oh, you did what? I mean, not fully guaranteed, but I'm just, fine. Let's do it then. And he comes back. It might be a little enticing, especially, and then of course people are gonna stop fussing and cussing about how bad of a GM is because if you pull Odell Beckham with Tyler Huntley as a quarterback right now, you damn good GM. That's all I'm saying. That's how I'm just going to put it right there like that.
Have you talked about the situation with Lamar?
I briefly touched on it. I know they want to talk about. Maybe we'll end the show with a little bit of that too. We'll just read some comments here while I got their mind elsewhere.
I'm just doing the catch up, man. I'm trying to do like 5 things at once. I gotta throw stuff up there before I forget.
Yeah,
keep the party going.
So Lisa wants D Hop over OBJ herself, whatever. But it's just you got to pay money to OBJ, or you got to pay big money and picks for Nuke. So D Hop sits there and comes in, and he gonna be like, "Hey, I'm still pretty good. I want that bag. You're gonna pay me $18 million a year." And Ravens might not agree to that. So Odell, while he said, "Hey, I ain't 20 and I ain't 4," he might go for 12. That would be a pretty solid deal there. Get him for 12.
Yep, that'd be perfect actually.
Yeah.
I think he's worth 12.
And you know how it is with those high caliber wide receivers on they on the back end, the twilight of their career. I wouldn't say OBJ is at the full twilight, but he's close to it.
Yeah.
Those guys want single year deals so they can prove themselves and go get the bag the next year. However, Eric DeCosta operates a little differently because of the way that he likes to maneuver the cap. He likes multi-year deals so he can maneuver more this year with other picks and stuff that he wants to pick up and signing these other free agents that he's got for other positions he's trying to fill, like corner. Mm-hmm. And he can't do that with the single year deal of $12 million when you're sitting there with maybe $6 or $7 million in cap space. So you have to be able to sign him to multi-year deals. So that's probably where the hang-up is right now between Odell Beckham and Eric DeCosta is because you got to get a multi-deal deal in there.
Yeah, there was something that said that he wanted to get to the Jets, but that's probably because they building a powerhouse over there.
Yeah. When they got so many dogs at wide receiver, I think it'd just be he would be very upset because Divas want the ball.
Yeah, you got a lot of, I don't know how many balls. Balls can go around. but it's just like I think that was just talk. I don't think that was coming from him per se. Oh yeah, that pause button.
All right. Let's see. Let's read some more here. We got Big Red saying Jonathan Mingo is a beast. I like him. I know the Ravens showed interest in EJ Jenkins, a 6'7" wide receiver from Georgia Tech. We've had some monsters come out of Georgia Tech. Between Demarius,
Georgia Tech, and we let him. We didn't want to let him go, but Georgia talking to him. Darren Waller.
Mm-hmm. Darren Waller. Don Mega came out of there.
Could you imagine? Excuse me. Could you imagine if we still had Darren Waller and we kept him and Mark Andrews? Could you imagine?
That would have been a beast.
What would it look like?
Oh my goodness. And then have this up and coming wide receiver we got, not wide receiver, the tight end, like little Blazing. What the name is? I'm lost train of thought. The wide receiver, the tight end that came out of ECU.
The tight end?
Yeah. The fast guy that we got right now.
Oh, you talking about Likely?
Yeah, Isaiah Likely.
Yeah.
I'm like, imagine Likely, Waller, and Mandrews, man. Who? We wouldn't even be bugging about wide receiver because we had 3 of the baddest tight ends. It would be like 2019 all over again, but we got more speed.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So anyway, 6'7" wide receiver out of Georgia Tech. Like I said, Megatron came out of there. Darren Waller came out of there. Demaryius Thomas. I mean, there were some pretty good names that came out of that school, and they ran in a similar system, pretty much for play action, setting up the big pass for the deep ball to these guys. So I don't know. I think I've seen the tape on Mingo. He's aggressive as heck. I'd like to see him in Baltimore, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. We'll see. Delicious is saying, "What's up to you, man?" Nana saying, "Hey."
Hey, Miss Nana.
GQ saying, "Obviously, rather have D Hop, but that's not happening." I agree.
Too expensive. It's gonna be too expensive, bro. We ain't got the dough for it.
So Lisa says, "Hey, Nana, we don't need OBJ's drama." I don't know, Lisa. I'll take that drama. The thing is, every time it comes to like a diva type position, corner, wide receiver, safety, there's a certain amount of talent. It's the Vicky Mendoza scale. I don't know if y'all ever seen How I Met Your Mother. You gotta have, you gotta have the high girl. The high girl might be crazy. You know what I'm saying? She might be a little crazy. So she might, she might key your car. But then she get a boob job. She might say yes to marriage, and then all of a sudden, she drives your credit card through the roof. It's just craziness. You got to have the equal amount of crazy mixed with the diva. And with these wide receivers, you're going to get diva and crazy at the same time, or talent and crazy at the same time. You got to have a balance. All right, so let's see. Delicious says, LOL, OBJ be chilling. It's not like that. He be having Antonio Brown moments. Like, he ain't with no furniture guy there. I mean, he did buck at some people at the airport or whatever and cause them all to unload off the plane or whatever. But I mean, who doesn't have a TSA jump on and snatch you off the plane or something? I mean, I'd have it. But I'm just saying, it's like, it was a one-time situation. It's a one-time situation. Yes, he does some other stuff like dancing on a boat or whatever, having fun. He's a young cat. He's still a young cat, I'm in my 40s now, so I can say that. He's still a young cat. He's living
40. You're not in your 40s.
Yeah, I'm 40 now. It's in the 40s. Yeah, it's the 40s. Yeah.
You just turned 40. He's like,
just turned 40 like 2 weeks ago.
45,
All right, let's see. Nathan says, talk to me. I can help you guys out. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? You trying to be an agent for somebody? Or?
Who the agent?
Yeah.
Nathan, 55, 45, 35. 35, 45. 45, 46.
All right, so all I know is Cam just popped in sweating, and somebody else will still not here. Oh,
take it easy, homeboy. I can't go to class. Don't even try me like that, Big Red. Take it easy, Big Red. Take it easy.
Hey, these rumors about you and Brooke are heating up like Lamar Jackson stuff.
I'm glad I ain't got a lady, bro, because I read that out loud. I'd have been in all types of heat. Like, I don't even know what he talking about. I had no idea.
He said, I deny all allegations. I did not.
He'd be like, here you go. Were you there? No. No.
All right. Nana says, Lisa, right? OBJ nor his dad's V him wanted the ball all the time, and his dad trying to trying to get the teams. I know what you're saying. You're basically saying the dad was like the one who was really in the media causing the problem.
Because what's the name was doing? Because Baker Mayfield and his wife was throwing OBJ under the bus.
Yeah, that's
why I started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I started. And he wasn't really saying anything. It was Baker, and Baker trying to make all types of excuses.
I mean, me personally, I don't think it was OBJ's dad putting the videos out there. I mean, who do you notice in their 50s, there's efficient with video cutting, editing and cutting clips, or whatever like that. Of they, I don't know. I just don't think that he had that ability to cut them clips up like that.
Hold on. Watch this. Fun fact. You ready?
All right.
Fun fact. Who's OBJ's godfather?
I don't know. What you got?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh.
That's how his father, when his father played for LSU, him and Shaq were roommates.
Okay.
Became best friends, and then that became his godfather.
Makes sense. Maybe I should have known that being from Louisiana.
Yeah. You an LSU fan, son.
Yeah, I know. I definitely should have known. I ain't been down there. I need to go get down there and get some food. I'll be down there this summer, so we might take a week off. I'm going to Vegas next week, so I might have to. I don't know. We'll see about what do we do with a show, if we do a show. I'll bring a laptop just in case. All right. So anyway, Lisa says, "Hey Cameron, how do you feel about Calais going to Atlanta?"
My feelings hurt. To be honest with you, and I think, I know he wants to win a championship. That's what kind of worried me. Like, what bothered me, I could see him going back to Jacksonville before I saw him going there. Two things. I know him and Lamar talk, so maybe he thought that something was going to happen with Lamar.
Yeah.
Then maybe Atlanta, they have money, so maybe they offered him more than what he can actually just turn down. He's like, look, am I going to get a chance, or do I want to sit back and see how this is going to play out with Lamar and the team, to come back? So I've always been a fan of Calais, even because I'm a big University of Miami fan. So his spirit, his personality is like, he's a good dude all the way around. So it was like, he made me feel like Ray was back on the field, like the way he talked and went about, coaching up the team. He makes me feel like, Ray's there more than anybody else that was on the team, like leadership wise. He does not really. Justin Houston does, but not really. But Calais just has that way of just like, he's motivating you regardless. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's what I did love about him. But I can't blame him, man. The Falcons, they got a good chance of getting to the playoffs because the South is not really that, potent. But, I don't know. You got to go where the money takes you. He probably had to wait. Like, do I see what's going to happen here and go back, or, on a lesser price? I thought they were going to give him an extension, because that would have also opened up money too if they would have just gave him an extension and did that. Or because they did it with Kevin Zeitler, so I thought they would do the same with him. You know what I mean? But, or do I go to Atlanta and they put some bucks behind him? But
I just think he wanted the opportunity to get some decent pay before he retired. You know how Baltimore is. $7 million is not what they were looking at for this guy.
No, and I understand that. I can understand that. Like, was he 36, 37?
Yeah.
So we let him go around the same time we let Sizzle go. I can understand that. But at the same time, like, I thought they were going to do like Marshall Yonder, but Yonder was a little bit younger when he retired, right? He was a little bit younger than Sis when he retired.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see here.
First a little bit.
All right, GQ says his dad was correct, and Baker proved that. He's talking about OBJ still.
Mm-hmm.
And he said his dad was correct as far as, like, Odell Beckham not being targeted.
Yeah.
All that.
Yep, 100%.
Jose was in here Monday. He actually popped on the show for a bit. It was pretty cool to see him. And Nathan says, I worked hard with OBJ before. He's a good guy. So you worked with OBJ before? That's different. How was that? Jose says, yo, OBJ met with the team today. Yeah, we're excited about it. We're excited. Like I said, bring the guy in because Baltimore needs that. That'll be the first time Baltimore gets a superstar wide receiver that's still got some juice left. Other than of course, when we signed that one guy, number 81, Anquan Bolden,
Truth, bro.
Yeah, and then of course, I mean, Steve Smith still had juice stuff, but I mean, it was Joe Flacco throwing the ball.
Huh?
Steve Smith still had some juice stuff as well, but it was Joe. It was Joe throwing the rock,
Yeah. But no, Steve, with Q was those are my favorite two receivers that we've ever had. And I was a fan of Anquan Bolden before them, but
they better have Peyton in the playoffs. What? Or better than Peyton in the playoffs? Okay, that's what GQ said. All right, so we must be way behind the comments. I'm gonna jump. Wow, we were way behind. Let's go over here. Okay, so sorry I had to skip a few of those. We're gonna get down here. Let's see. Falcons ain't winning no championships. They probably don't even win the division. That is exactly what I was thinking. I was like, Calais wants a bag. He does not care about winning games right now. He's just trying to secure that last little nugget to store away.
I'm sorry, how much was he making with us?
I can't remember. I think it might have been somewhere around $7 million, but so I think we'd have probably chopped that in half.
Okay, so if he went down there for a 1-year deal for like $10 million, what you gonna do? You gonna turn it down?
Yeah, I mean, it's money, man.
Kind of hard, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's kind of hard, especially when it'd be different if he knew exactly what was going on with the Ravens. Like, right now everything is in flux, bro.
Yep.
Our QB upset because nobody won him. The Ravens is upset because they just want to get the deal done.
I'll be honest, I was a little scared when he signed. I was a little scared when Calais Campbell signed with Atlanta before Blank's comments came out.
You thought that he already knew something?
I thought he knew something. He was like, "Look, I'm gonna just go ahead and set things up, set up camp here, and then land this bird."
That's what I thought about at first too. I was like, he must know something. And then when Arthur Blank came out and said what he had to say, I was like, wow, bro.
Yeah, that was some cold stuff was what he said there. And then, of course, he got lit up in the media for that as well.
Oh, yeah. Well, bro, all of them. Everybody is saying something. Nobody – I feel bad for LJ for this part. Like, because you don't have an agent, now you're starting to – instead of you hearing it, this is the crazy thing. You don't have an agent, right?
Yeah.
You're playing your agent. So now you already battling with your team to figure out what's going on. Then now you start to hear stuff that you don't want to hear, going back and forth, trying to figure things out. But then now you hearing from you trying to put yourself out there to get traded or to see who's going to give you the money. And then everybody just was like, no, we good.
I'm out.
No, it's not even the fact that they out. Like,
they gave reason, full reasoning.
Like, Mom. Like they like Arthur Blank did him dirty. Irsay, I just don't believe in fully guaranteed, but he never said he wanted fully guaranteed. That's the thing. Like if that's what they hearing, but it's like they know as much as we do. But it's just like they would just shoot them down left and right. Are we good over here? San Francisco's like, we good over here. We got our quarterbacks. We don't need it. All right. So
they said Bolden was a 1-year deal worth $2.75 million. I don't think that was it.
Who?
He said Anquan. He's saying Bolden was on a 1-year deal at $2.75. I doubt they got him that cheap.
Wait.
It couldn't have been the year one championship. I think we had to pay a little bit. We had to pay a little bit, man. We somewhere around $8-9 million for Anquan.
That's a long time ago, though.
Yeah.
Money was different. That's 10 years now. Over 10 years. So it could have been.
All right. GQ says they gave away if Lamar requested a trade on 3/2/23, and then Calais knew already. So Calais was sitting there, like I said, I think as part of the Players Association that was kind of helping Lamar with negotiations initially. I think he might have known some of that information. I don't know if he knew all of it.
But hold on, that part I don't agree with because remember after that, at the combine, he said something. That was after the second. During the combine, that's when Calais was up there and he said that, he's gonna come back. I want them to work something out. EDC, I love you. you and Lamar work it out. There's no Baltimore without Lamar. Blah blah blah. He was like candid about all of that. So I don't think he knew anything about the second. I don't think he knew about it. So I mean, this is at the end of the day, it don't look like nobody moving and shaking to get to him. Because if you had a luncheon, and how would you feel if I said I don't want you? All these players, all these teams said they don't want you. I can't see them coming back and being like, we was just playing.
Like, I changed my mind. Nah, I really don't want. Jared Goff is my signal caller.
This is the point. See, everybody forget, like, okay, it's still organization. It's still that culture, that community that you're in, whatever locker room you're in. We don't know if it's everybody talking about the wins and losses, but are you going to be happy there? Like, at this point in time, are you going to be happy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he's being. I feel bad because I think he's being disrespected. Because you're one of the best quarterbacks ever, and nobody wants you. Like,
yeah,
come on.
I think that's just kind of like them all seeing, like, and I know this is collusion. I'll be honest with you, like, I can't defend that part. I mean, I can't defend every owner in the league. No, I'm not going to sit here and say, no, this ain't collusion. This is collusion because they want to lower this cap. But, at the same time, like, I'm not going to feel bad for a dude who's making $32 million a year or whatever like that, but still going to have the potential to make even more if he comes back and signs the deal with the Ravens, because there's a deal sitting on the table with a magical number that we don't know about, but it's a lot more than $32 million.
Yeah. I mean, again, if his team is saying what they're saying, that he doesn't want fully guaranteed, it's just certain guarantees that's up there, then work out the numbers.
Yep.
I know somebody, I forgot the guy, the man on Get Up. He used to be the GM for the Jets in Miami. He's saying, like, if it's really about the guarantee money, you could work out, like, do a Kirk Cousins type deal. Like, you just give an example, do 3 years for $150 million, like, whatever, and make it fully guaranteed, which is possible. That way everybody's happy. But I don't know if that's what he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I understand.
So let's keep it going here. Adi says that the Ravens have been talking to OBJ since last December. I mean, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, he's also been he wasn't really sitting down as long as he's been sitting down. I don't think he sat this long with the Cowboys, did he?
He went there on a visit, worked out for him and everything.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, he's sitting down. This is showing some type of commitment towards us. I mean, it's not just going into the bathroom and making a phone call like Kenny Galladay did. Saying, hey, what's the number?
Yeah, seriously. Like, I mean, this is different. He has to weigh out his options. It don't matter. We're not the only team he's been talking to since December. So,
and speaking of which, like Kenny Galladay, right now, I don't know if he signed or whatever, but like, what if? Let's just do a what if, a big what if. This guy is able to come in healthy. You know what I mean? Like, right? When he gave us his first number while he was hanging out in the bathroom, it was like somewhere around 19 mil, right? So that's what he robbed the Giants for, right?
Mm.
So I mean, what if things really went south for him in this contract? He don't got released. He's sitting out there. He might be healthy. He still has big playability. We catch him for 3 or 4 mil. Have him as a 3 or even a 4 wide receiver. Then I definitely see the Ravens going cornerback in the draft because they would have sold up the position completely if this guy comes back healthy. We got OBJ, we got Aguilar, we got Bate, we got Duve, and then it's going to be a toss up at camp with those other positions. But let's see. Jose is actually putting contract numbers out here. Let's see. He says, bro, the last offer was $230 for 3 years and $200 guaranteed. Where did you get that?
What happened?
He's saying the last offer was $230 million for 3 years and $200 guaranteed. I ain't seen no deal like that.
For Lamar?
Yeah. I ain't seen that. Did you see something like that? Because I ain't seen nothing like that.
I thought the last thing that they said was
That is not true because if you did 230 mil for 3 years, that's $76 million a year. Yeah, that was not the deal. That was not. Jose, that's not the deal, man.
Jose, you capping over here.
That is not the deal at all.
Jose, cut that out.
I think he came on the show. Was it earlier? Was it last week or this week or something?
He
said something about paying Lamar $100 million a year for 2 years straight or something like that. I kind of had to pause. I was like doing the math. I'm like, I'm doing Louisiana math. I'm a Louisiana man now, so that math it don't really add up too well with our education system. But that looked like $100 million a year is what he was saying. All right. So anyway, Nana says Lamar probably won't be happy here in Baltimore, either having to fight to get paid. He's probably shocked and disappointed, and all has gone down with the Ravens. I still think, as much as y'all think this man is upset, I think he is in the midst of negotiations, and this was a tactic. The whole trade threat, that was a tactic in negotiations when it broke down. Deebo Samuel said the same thing. Love you, San Francisco. I'm out. I want my trade. And, of course, San Francisco said, you're so funny. You don't want you to sit down and you're going to take this money. You're going to take this money, young man. You'll sit here and take this bag.
Where you go?
Mm-hmm. Like you thought you were going somewhere. You're going to sit there. You're going to take this bag. You know what I'm saying? Here's the Wi-Fi password. Welcome back to the stadium.
Yeah. No. I don't think he's – that's – see, Nat, hold on, Nat. Didn't we talk about this? Put Nana's post back up there for a minute because me and Nana are going to have a conversation.
Hang on, let me go to Nana. All right, so,
we're going to have a conversation. Did we talk about this? Did we not talk about this on Monday? I said, this is why I wish he had an agent, because you can get to the point where it's emotional.
Yep.
Whether it's him or his mom, it's like talking to the same person, because that's my child. You better not say nothing slick, because I'm going to go
outside. Talk about my baby like that. The baby goat.
But honestly, look, I don't think well, first of all, they're still negotiating. They were negotiating last week. And I think it was a tactic to prove something, to prove that, to see if they could get somebody to jump. But it seems like everybody jumping, and they instead of jumping forward at them, they jumping back like, nobody wants to do the work of for the Ravens. But funny? Sarah Ellis said this. They used to work for Baltimore. I was on listening to their show. And she said this is the same thing that happened when she was working for Baltimore with Ray Lewis. When Ray was like, he was out,
yep.
And they were trying to figure out where he was going to go. They did pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, he felt like he was disrespected. He was like, the loyalty's not here. He saw what the linebacker market was, and he's like, you're not paying me in top linebacker money. Like, I want out. And of course they re-upped after he showed that loyalty back to them.
Of course they massaged the numbers as far as like, I'm sure they upped it even more. Like, listen, man, because you are gonna feel some type of way. But I'm sure if they change the number, it'll be fine. And like he said, he in good spirits. Hopefully they still talking, they figuring something out.
Yeah, my thing is like, you ain't serious about trading if you went back to the table and started talking again. Yeah, I think that was just one of those situations where he was just like, well, is that how you feel? Well, fine. I want to trade. Yeah. Hung up the phone. And then was like,
hey,
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 big head. Hey, how you doing, man? Your mama, how late you seeing the kids? I miss you too. I mean, so what's the number? We looking? Oh, we're still not. I mean, we'll talk. All right, cool. I love you too.
I get a little sensitive.
It'd be like that. All right, let's move down here a little bit. We're gonna skip a few of these. We're going back to the Galladay talk because like I said, I mentioned it. Nana says Galladay was not good. He just got over there on his last team's financial. Shaking my head. No. I mean, it just didn't work out. Some places you just don't work out. You know what I'm saying? Randy didn't work out in Oakland when he was there, right?
He played like Google.
And then he went over to New England and tore it loose.
Who that? Who?
Randy Moss.
Oh, we was at the Raiders?
Yeah.
Because that was the death hole, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody went there. That was the death of your career. Like,
yeah, it's like, okay, we got Kenny Galladay, who was on a team where he was the star. And then he's got to go share workload, and he's got injuries. He's got to share workload with Shepard, and there's up-and-coming wide receivers. There's full-on juicers over there. I mean, they got some talented wide receiver over there. Yeah, disgruntled wide receivers, there's a ton of drama. He gets caught up in all of this mess. And
he was just straight trash over there. I don't know what happened. I think he left his hands and everything in Detroit because he got here. He wasn't separating on his routes.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't getting – look, I don't know. I really can't justify his foolery.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, Kadarius Toney, he goes to a better situation.
But he was there before Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
Remember, he was there a year before. He was there. Yeah, he was there a year before. He didn't do anything. He had like 2 catches the year before. Like he wasn't catching nothing. So how you just paying this man to be there? Like he wasn't doing nothing. And then this past season, he really didn't do nothing.
Yeah. That's why I say, give him an opportunity to go in and compete, see if he's healthy, see if he can actually go back to form with all these other receivers that it takes some of that attention away.
Yeah.
And then let's keep it moving here. Jose said, sorry, the wrong numbers. He said, hold up. Yeah, we definitely not paying him $76 million a year this year. I mean, that's probably gonna be like Joe Burrow's number by the time it's all done. But
you gave up the wrong number.
Blister says, definitely think it was all tactic moves. Yes, these are all tactics. I was hearing about it today. Just the playbook. I think Joy Taylor was talking about the playbook of things that you go through as a player or being coached by an agent saying, hey, all right, this is the point where we threaten a trade. This is the point where we sit out for the season or sit out until training camp. We sit out to the preseason or like that. All right, this is the point we sit out the first 3 games, or this is the point we up to week 10. Or no, I got him at the table. I got him by the throat. This is where we at. We sign or whatever. There's going to be different plays that he's got to go through, different motions. And because he's inexperienced as this, we saw the play of the trade talk come out a little later than normal.
Only team that I have a feeling that will take a shot if they decide to, because they the only team that didn't say nothing crazy is New England. And I would hate for them to go to New England. I despise New England as much as I despise.
Oh, New England said they out. Jeff Drevik, he actually he was reported earlier today saying that New England's out on Lamar. So Meek Mill came through with the thing saying, hey, he's in. But then Kraft said it's up to Kraft said it was up to Belichick. And then I didn't hear directly from Belichick, but Drevik reported that New England was out on Lamar.
So look, at the end of it's coming back. Like, I would like to get this done before the draft because I would like for us to have a little bit of cap space so you can actually maybe go get OBJ or maybe try to make a trade for a receiver or maybe do something to upgrade the defensive back, the corners, or get a safety just in case. You know what I mean? I like Geno Stone, but guess what? Geno only signed for another year. You're going to have to draft a safety. You're going to have to, so you got to do something. We do have some holes back there, unless you move, unless we move to, what's my man? On a blank, number 21. Oh man, I'm going to blank. What's that quarterback name? My man from SMU. Why am I drawing the blank? What's his name? Come on, Delish, help me out. What's his name?
So you probably got the names there.
I can't think right now. Like corner, come on, Big Reg. What's that quarterback?
He said corner from SMU, huh? There we go.
Maybe his rookie year, he was the third corner on the team. Forget y'all. Y'all killing me. Thank you.
Oh, it's an 8-second feed.
Jose got something right. Brandon Stevens.
Brandon Stevens, okay. Oh, you talking about on our team? I was thinking about to go look up college corners, whatever. But
you do the names. Don't give us no more numbers. Don't trust your numbers. Your money is bad.
Yeah, he's trying to give Lamar everything. Oh my god.
This bag of chips is $5.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like, nah, man, it was 75 cents. We hit the corner store, bro.
All bag of chips, yo. All right, I'll take it. All
All
right.
right, so let's see. Big Red says, yeah, they trying to rob Lamar with that deal. Here's the thing. I think
What's the deal?
if it had been a longer term, I think, it's longer commitment is what Lamar was probably looking for. 3 years, he's saying, hey, y'all ain't trying to lock me up, man. I'm trying to get that commitment. What's up?
The 133?
Yeah.
The 3 years. But I heard that wasn't, they kept saying that that's not the deal. They saying it was a 5-year deal for $250.
Yeah.
The fully guaranteed when he signed is supposed to be 133 for those first 3 years. And then incentives supposed to kick in
to 175.
175. Then they upped it to 200. So the total is supposed to be, as far as the incentive is supposed to be, the whole guarantee is supposed to be 200.
Mm-hmm.
They tried to do it as like incentives with the injury incentives. The guarantee wasn't high enough.
Yeah, and I was talking to Zarif. I mean, I was talking to a couple of people on Twitter today, and then I heard on the Zarif podcast. Well, he got invited as a guest on another YouTube channel, and he was saying basically that there have been multiple combinations of deals that have been submitted to Lamar for his view. So there have been ones that we hadn't seen. We've seen these ones that have been offered in 2019.
The first one. Basically.
Yeah, excuse me, not 19. 2021. We've been seeing that one constantly being flared across. When the market was right around Josh Allen's number, which is at 43 or whatever. So you've been seeing that number being flashed like crazy. Like, oh, everybody knows that's the deal. There have been even more offers since then, and more different combinations of offers. We just don't know exactly what they are. And that's what Zurich was saying today on that the podcast that he was as a guest on. All right, so I was still getting into different wide receivers that we could look up. I still had 3 left, but let's see what y'all got to say, and then we'll jump into that. All right, Nana says, "Don't put nothing."
Oh, hold on. Go back. We don't Jose to be no GM. No, you fired already. Messing up all types of numbers. You gonna give everybody.
He said he hate us.
No, man, you can't be the dick one.
Yeah, I hate y'all. He said, let me be the Ravens GM. No, bro, you gonna put us in the pole house.
All the slaps. Don't have me get on and give you the slaps.
Everybody give Jose the slaps for the contract numbers. It's the sticky slap. The skibbity pat.
Like, Jose, what you doing? I'm writing the check for the ball boy.
I'm writing the check. Hold up, man. How much you spending on that punter, man? Like
$1 million.
He be like,
ball boy, I got him up here for $1 million.
Going with $7 million. Excuse me? What are you doing?
Boy, because I'm Big Rich gave him the slaps.
Hold on, you gave him slaps. Let's see, hold up. Big Red, so you got to give it a skibbity pat. Give it a baby powder. Just hand it with the hand with the baby powder.
No longer allowed to bring up numbers on this podcast. Never again. What'd you say? Who you writing? I'm writing a check for the towel boy. How many?
Maybe like $1 million.
2 years? 2 years, you got it. Hold on, sign the bonus, $500,000 right here. Bang. Bang. He the ball boy. You can't be giving everybody money, yo.
Yeah, saying unless your name's Tom Brady. Hey, Fred says, it's 40 mil more if he gets a career-threatening injury and 25 more on the roster if it's the third day, the 5th day of the third year, but Carr already got screwed like that. Okay. He said, math for the Marines. Yeah, y'all can count crayons, but that's probably about it. I love my sister service. I appreciate my Marines. It's just so y'all know.
Crazy.
Oh my goodness. All right, next guy that I was going to talk about. This one here comes out of Michigan. Maybe Harbaugh goes and has a conversation with his brother Jim, and they talk about this 190-pound, 6-foot dude out of Michigan who runs a 4.54, 40. He's got a solid build. He's fearless across the middle, shifty but not necessarily like a freak. He's got good feet, makes tough catches. I'm talking about Ronnie Bell. Ronnie Bell out of Michigan. He makes the tough catches a lot of balls with his body. That was one of the things I noticed a lot. He brought the ball in versus, but it also helps him brace for those big hits because he was taking a lot of big hits. I said takes a licking, keeps on ticking because every time he brought that ball in and catch it with his body, he was full on getting there in a full on train wreck. It was a train wreck he was getting into every time he caught that pass. He's got a good yard after the catch ability. In 1 year, this guy had 889 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he only had 1 touchdown in 2022, but 889 yards that in total, I think, through his 5-year senior season. Or he's a 5-year senior, and he had 889 yards in that time frame.
He reminds me of Peoples from.
Actually, no, I got that wrong.
What is that? They did it. I think that's just the type of receivers they recruit at Michigan because he reminds me of people. All the receivers that come out of Michigan remind me of people. So.
Yeah, he had more than that. Sorry, I had the numbers a little bit wrong. He had one season where he had 700 some yards, and he had another year it was down, and another year it was down. But then he had an up year, and that was his senior year where he had 889 yards, and he had the 1 touchdown that year, but 4 total touchdowns. So
yeah. Where's your camera? Is your camera? Does it follow you?
Who, mine?
Yeah, you got the tripod.
So I got this is my my laptop camera. I usually do have that there, but I have the tripod sitting up here.
Yeah, because I can tell every time you move your hand, it starts to open up and close. All right, that's all topic. We get back on.
Okay. All right. So Jose says Semper Fi, absolutely, brother. Yeah, Semper Gumby over here. All right. Big Red says, you got a friend in me. The hard singing voice, yes. So yeah.
Huh? Yeah, I love him though. I love me some of Lamar.
Yeah.
I bought it.
He sang his praise every time he get up there.
What's the business,
Engraven is in the building. They said the boys are back. Hey, Engraven, you want to come on the show for a couple minutes, man?
Back moving and shaking, sir.
Yeah. That'd be cool, if he came on the show just to speak his opinion. We love to hear from him, especially since he got his money back. You know what I mean?
Moving and shaking like he should be. Moving and shaking, sir.
No more working for free. No more shaking it for free over there. Hey, for those of y'all who showed Engraven that support during that tough time, so before you got monetized, we appreciate you, showing that guy some love. He does some great work following the Ravens, giving his opinion out there. So we really appreciate that. My man stays eating Popeyes right now.
Hold up. What you eating at Popeyes?
Did you get the 2-piece and the biscuit? Don't tell me you went boneless. I don't want to hear that. Did you get spicy?
Chicken tenders. You got the chicken tenders. What you eating?
Did you get the dirty rice?
He might have got the dirty rice.
You got dirty rice or the fries?
Dirty rice, yo.
Or the red beans and rice?
Yeah.
Tell you, worst customer service ever, but amazing chicken.
Yo, don't get the look. I don't know how your stomach is engraved, so don't get the Scooby Doo and popping after this.
You got that spicy fried chicken and red beans and rice. Popeyes, I want my money.
All right, brother. I hope you'll be okay. And he got the cinnamon apple pie.
You got the cinnamon apple pies too?
That's okay.
He probably got some of the worst customer service ever with all that, man.
Boy, I don't know, bro. Your stomach must be made of steel.
Yeah.
You're gonna be Scooby Doo popping.
That's why he can't be on the show right now, man. They probably took him straight to it. He was like, "Is Engraven Biggs for the I got
it. Going in. Gonna be bad going in. You and that toilet gonna be real good friends tonight, sir. Gonna be real.
Oh man, wow. All right, anyway, so moving on to another receiver. So this one, I was like, I really wanted to see like where these unique build wide receivers with good heart, with hardworking ability, just those grinders. And I found one that he reminded me of one of those like hard workers that back in the day used to be like towel boys for Bill Belichick. And then all of a sudden they went from towel boy to special teamer. And then they went from special teamer to playing corner. And then from playing corner to then eventually being in the wide receivers. And then all of a sudden being an MVP player in the Super Bowl, He went all the way up, water boy, towel boy, washing Bill's car, everything. And playing on defense offense. I'm talking about Julian Edelman, of course. This guy kind of reminds me a little bit of Jules. Yeah, he's sitting at 6 foot and 188 pounds.
Who?
His name is Charlie Jones.
Charlie Jones?
Yeah.
That's my man from Purdue?
I think he was from Purdue.
He's from Purdue?
I keep forgetting the school names when I do all this stuff. Charlie Jones out of Purdue, yeah. 6 foot, 188 pounds.
He has the speed. He has the speed.
Yeah, he has the speed.
I think he ran did he run a 4.4 in the combine? I believe he did. So let's check the numbers, man. You good at the numbers.
Let's see here. He had 18 touchdowns in 4 years. He didn't get a catch in 2020. It was kind of like a silent year. I don't know what happened, but he played 7 games. So I don't know what's up with that. But he had 2,079 total college yards in college. So solid concentration catches. He had good change of direction is what I can see. He was constantly able to just shift and just change his direction on a dime. Soft hands, but a tough guy. Just one of these blue-collar workers that was not scared to go across the middle, no matter how little he appeared to other players on the field.
What are you running on 40? I'm about to check the numbers.
Yeah. And so and then of course, I wanted to see what his footwork looked like. He's got that Devontae Adams kind of jump step when he comes off the line.
No, he got it. Yo, he worked. He worked.
So, I mean, I know Baltimore is not crazy about having another slot wide receiver, but this guy looks great. I ain't talking like Michael Campanaro type stuff here. We don't want that. Last time we got pumped up about a slot, it was something like that. So
I know he was moving. He's 6. Hold on, this one got him at.
Big Red said he got him at 4.43.
Well, it says professional career. It says this one that is pro day. It's pro day. He measured in at 6'2", 215. He ran a.
Ooh.
That's what I'm looking at right now.
I didn't see that type of hype on tape. He looks small on tape.
Google, it says he ran. Yeah, it's the same brother we talking about.
He probably had on them platform shoes, while you out there.
with the goldfish in them.
Yeah, you got the goldfish in the bottom of it, whatever. You got to tip the shoe upside down and sprinkle a little food in there for him.
Oh, that's the wrong Charles Johnson. Okay, sorry y'all. I apologize. My apologies to you.
It's all good. Yeah, I had him 6 foot even, 188 pounds.
There's a lot of Charles Johnsons. Hold on.
Yeah, Diaz says, Charlie Jones.
Charlie Jones.
Yeah.
I'm Johnson. My bad. I'm messing up. Y'all, I'm all.
He's a beast in open field. And Diaz says his separation and routes are dope.
And Greg got me thinking about Popeyes.
I know. I'm like, man, I want some Popeyes right now. Nah, but in Nebraska, we eat a different type of fried chicken, man. It's called Shug's Comfort Food. Well, I know I'm over here endorsing a lot of people right now, but
Nebraska, though.
Shug's Comfort Food, some of the best soul food. I'm talking about chicken and greens. Amazing. In Nebraska. Look, come on out. Come on out, bro. Come on out. Trust me. When you eat this food, when you eat this chicken, you're going to call somebody. I called my mama and say, hey, they got you. They got you. I was like, they got you, mama. She flew up and was mad. It's like, I can't believe this.
You being real disrespectful. You said they got your mama.
Look, I'm telling you, that's what I said. Like, I was just like, I don't know phone. I said, look.
The slaps.
I said, hello?
Super disrespectful. They got your mama.
I was like, they got you. I was like, I'm sorry. She flew up. We went. And as soon as she takes, she said, well, dang. They got me. She was shocked. So that's how bad it was. It was that good. Anyway,
she should have never admitted any of that.
She admitted there was some pretty good chicken.
It should have been as soon as you, mama. What you say about my cooking? All this cooking you can do.
All right. So next dude. So I think it's the last one I got of the night. This one might be it's more familiar with a lot of people. It's the guy that comes out of Cincy, 5'10", 185 pounds, full on burner, elite speed.
Yeah.
I mean, he ran, huh?
Yeah, and I know you're talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, he ran a 4.44 40.
He looked faster than that, bro.
He's faster than that on tape, and also at his school, I think he ran a 4.29 while he was in college. So like I said, crazy fast speed. When you see the tape, you're just like, this dude has no problem creating any separation whatsoever. Great crazy. It's like his change of direction is sick. Not as sick as the guy from last year I was bragging about like crazy from Kentucky that ended up going to the Giants. I think his name is Robson or whatever.
Right.
But he's got some pretty good change of direction. Great on comeback routes. You can see that all over the tape. Yard after the catch ability. Wow. His ability to catch in traffic. Decent field awareness with the feet. Because when it comes to NFL, you got to catch with 2 feet. You got to catch with 2 feet. You got to get it with 2 feet and stay in bounds.
I'm laughing. Jose, stay away from Crown's Chicken. If you in Jersey City, stop playing, bro. If I touch you around my way, you better cut it short. Cut it out, brother.
What did he say?
He said they got no KFC in Jersey City. He ain't
KFC. Come on, bro.
No. Listen. Look. He just touched my heart with that one. He touched my heart.
KFC?
I'm from Jersey City, bro. That ain't the normal KFC. Ain't no other KFC in I've ever been to. They just do it differently in that KFC, yo.
Bringing their own batter or something? I mean,
Jose, you my boy, yo. I love you to death. I can't believe you. I didn't know he was from Jersey City. All right, I feel good. I ain't the only cat in here from Jersey, but
oh my
Jersey
God,
City is very hard. Very hard to get to.
All right, we own chicken. We
gonna take it to Crown's Chicken, yo. Couch gonna come up here. We gonna take it to Crown's Chicken.
Chicken slap. I need an engraver to pull out the chicken bone. Straight Zorro dance.
Yeah, brother. Yo.
Oh my gosh. All right, so let's see. All right, so like I said, Tyler, just a full-on freak as far as the speed, the yards after the catch ability, wins in contested situations. At the first, I was like, he's just a burner. But that was because like all 14 of his touchdowns that he scored were for 20 yards out from the end zone.
Can I tell you something that's scary about this dude?
What's up?
If he gets with the right receiver coach, I'm not saying he's as fast as Tyreek. He reminds me of Tyreek Hill, the way he moves. Like Tyreek don't look like when Tyreek catching the ball, don't look like he stopped unless it's like coming straight to him.
Yeah.
If you ever noticed that, like it don't look like it don't even look like he. You know how you slow down your speed to catch the ball.
Yeah.
If you ever look at Tyreek Hill, I'm sure all of us have. It looked like Tyreek catching the ball. He don't miss a beat. Like he just catching and running.
He might lean down a bit because he knows that ball behind him. But dude, still, them legs are still going like crazy.
Never slow down. Like that's the thing. And it don't even look like he's moving fast, but he's that smooth when he runs. I don't know why. He just like it looked like he's floating.
Yeah.
So, but he's only 5'8", 5'7". How tall is he? He's short though. He's a short receiver. He's like.
Oh, are you talking about Tyreek or Tyler? Tyler 5'10".
Is he? He didn't look like it. He didn't look like it. They might have gave him an inch.
Yeah, they might have. I don't know, but he's 185 pounds right now. And of course, ain't nobody looking like Zay Jones at that height. Like Zay Flowers, not Zay Jones.
Zay is smooth. Zay is smooth, bro. Zay is smooth. They put the weight on. He got muscle. It don't look like he's chopped up now, which is a good thing. He put the muscle on and still ran a 4.4.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine how much faster he was when he was lighter.
I believe it. Hey, so we're sitting at 1 hour and 33 minutes right now, and I've noticed the shorter these videos are, the more people watch them. So,
yeah, because after a while, like.
Yeah, we go long. It's a bit. So I'll put this last comment up and then we get this thing rolling. Jose says, Jones played 13 games, 110 receptions, 61 yards, 12.4 yards a catch, 12 TDs. I got 14 touchdowns, man. I got 14.
Last year, on his last season?
I got 14 touchdowns in his career.
Didn't they go to a bowl game?
I think they did go to a bowl game.
Maybe yours is including the bowl game stats and his is just a regular season. It could be that they do because they don't. It's not like the NFL. Like you stop counting, your yards when you get into when you play in a ball game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They still included, so they could be included. So
Let me just take a look right quick. I'm sitting here looking. Tyler Jones. There's a couple of Tyler Jones.
Big Reg, you ain't making no fried chicken. Talking about my fried chicken slap. You ain't making no fried chicken. Yeah, sir.
Fried chicken slap.
Fried chicken. You ain't making no fried chicken.
So anyway, so we sitting here at the time, and I just want to say I appreciate y'all coming through. I don't know if y'all saw it before the show started, but I wanted to show y'all just something that I was trying to develop, and I'm still working on right now for people who either donate or whatever, and also just to say thank you for all the just coming through, saying hey, and just chatting on the show. Just this is for y'all. So I just
that was it.
Yeah. I'll show it one more time, man. We had such some fun with it here.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Time out.
You like that? Just a little something just to say thanks, man. Y'all overwhelm me. I fall off the couch, man.
Time out. Well, y'all feel the same way I feel? Like we was about to have a good moment. Like it was gonna be a moment. Like we was gonna get like a video for like a 30-second video. Play it again, yo.
Yeah, just want to say thanks, man.
Thank you. That's right, Nana. Tell him.
Tell Nana. Appreciate it. Hey, but we'll be rocking again Monday, 8:45. Keeping it live, but 8:45 Central, folks. 8:45 Central, so not Eastern. So just keep that in mind there. So you're not waiting an entire hour before the show starts.
Yo, hold up. Play it again, yo.
You want this all right? One more time, man. One more time. Let's see it. Let me find it, Joe.
Good night, Dad.
That's it.
Boom. That's it. That's all you
get.
That's
all you get. Remember, I got kids, man. I got kids.
I thought you had to say something like, this is for y'all. I want to say thank y'all, blah, blah, blah. I thought you were going to say something. The Raven just fell off the couch. Thank you for the love. I love you, bro. You were good.
Well, y'all, man. Yo. All right, we got to roll out. Thanks for tuning in to the home of Original Sports Perspective from our couch to yours. This is your couch rider, Raven. Jermaine Lockett. It's my main man, Cameroon.
Yes, please, add me to your IG. I'm giving a preview to all the songs that's coming out, and hopefully y'all like them. They'll be in my story. All right. Yo, yes, sir. Chilltown. Salute. Oh, man. Jose, stay out of Crown's Chicken, yo. Stay out of Crown's Chicken, yo.
Stay out of Crown's Chicken. Don't get stuff, y'all. We give it 2 claps. We fade to black.
Introducing the Couch Rider, Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens. Couch Rider. Raven. We gon' ride out. Raven. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though.